tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through two strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Welcome in to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of East Idaho Game Night. Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal Idaho College Savings Program, and the Idaho Office Highway Safety. Hi everyone, I'm Sean Kane. I'm joined by Logan Kelso. We're going to take a quick break as we have the national anthem. This is East Idaho Game Night, IdahoSports.com.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night. I'm Sean Kane. I'm joined here with Logan Kelso. Tonight we come live from Pocatello, Idaho, where the visiting Teton Timberwolves will be taking on the hometown Century Diamondbacks on homecoming night. Century comes in 5-0, the best start in a very, very long time, Logan.
Yeah, it's been an impressive start for Century. A lot of doubters before the season. New quarterback at the helm, Justice Mangum. They have been unblemished, 5-0, and that's mainly due to the quarterback play of Justice, the running back play by the junior Tito Villano, and then when Deshaun Clark can find open spaces, he's dangerous with the ball in his hands. Yeah, big time. Pretty surprising. Probably not surprising to the people around Century. We got to see Justice, and Tito pretty much was the running back last year as a sophomore, did a phenomenal job. And the team coming in today to play them, maybe rain on that parade, are the Teton Timberwolves. They're 2-3. They just lost a 1-point game to Snake River last week. They're headed by Luke Nielsen, and he's a dynamic quarterback too. Yeah, dual threat quarterback. He'll run the ball when he has space. He also has a great arm, and he'll try to find his target in Drew Moss, who's been their primary receiving threat for Teton this season. So we should see some good quarterback play on both sides today. Yeah, and Century is going to kick off here on homecoming night, East Idaho Game Night. And cross classification, right? Century's 5A, Teton 4A. Both teams projected to be in the playoffs if they start today, if you checked out Baney's brackets on IdahoSports.com. But still an important game. I think this is the game maybe where Century gets tested. Yeah, last year these two teams played each other. Both teams came into that game winless. Teton came away with a victory. Whole different atmosphere tonight. And here we go, Century going left to right in the gray with purple, Teton in the white with the maroon helmets. The kickoff is just a little bit into the end zone. Teton will bring it out and meet heavily by a bunch of Diamondbacks. What's a whole bunch of snakes? Oh man, a pride of snakes. Putting me on earlier. Yeah. So Teton will take over. Around just past the 20-yard line here. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 20. It's a little past it. See what Luke Nielsen and company can do. He'll take it under center. It'll be a pitch back run to the right side and tackled immediately. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, Century broke through the offensive line quick. Jablonski with the tackle. Century tone set, just a -2 yards. And you saw him when Century played Idaho Falls. Yeah, he was all over the place. Did he have a pick six that game? I believe so, yeah. Yeah. There's 2 pick sixes by the Century defense in that game. I believe one by Gonzalez and one by Villano. 2nd and 12 on the 19 in the shotgun. It's going to be a play action, and that pass isn't going to go anywhere. It looked like the intended receiver was 56. Yeah, and Gavin Howe was the one with the block there on defense. Good awareness there, put his hand up, got a piece of the football. Now it's already 3rd and 12 with less than a minute in. Yeah, and I got to talk to the defensive coordinator of Century, Bruce Givens, and he talked about how they wanted to contain the quarterback and not give up any big plays, and so far Century's done that. And on the hindsight, Teton's coach talked about how Century's big up front, and they're showing it right now. So 3rd and 12. Shotgun, Nielsen. He's going to scramble to his right. He's got a receiver, but even if it's good, it's going to just be back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it was like they were trying to get it ended up working somewhat as a screen pass, but it was more of trying to find a receiver. Great defensive coverage by the Diamondbacks. Had to throw it short, and either way, looks like it will be incomplete, so it'll be 4th down. And, yeah, even if he catches that, I don't think he get the first down. He would have been out of bounds. Yep. So we've got a punt. We have Carter Ward back there with, I believe,
Adrian Gonzalez. Thought about the fake. And that punt is going to go out of bounds just past the 50, and the Diamondbacks will take over. And the Diamondbacks, I mean, what a season. You know, they went 17 games without a win. And I know they don't want to talk about that anymore, and it's kind of a moot point, but still something to celebrate. You're 5-0. You're kind of in your control of your own destiny here. Of course, in 5A, almost every team makes the playoffs.
Yeah, and they're 5-0, and they're still not even ranked in the media poll. A lot of people still doubting the Diamondbacks. They'd like to put up a statement win tonight, maybe jump into that top 5 next week.
We'll get our first look at Justice Magnum. Zen Fleshman in motion. Will be handoff to Tito up the middle. I just found out Zen Fleshman, number 21, tight end, defensive end for the Diamondbacks. He's a junior. He just got offered to Air Force.
Oh, that's big. Means he's a highly academic student as well then.
And his brother Bruin, freshman, plays there, caught a touchdown against Boise State the other day.
I was a Boise State guy. I was watching that game, and when they said Century High School alumni, I immediately texted Cade Calvin to get that on the news.
Yeah, so, and then also Zen is going to go visit West Point as well. So kind of a diamond in the rough there. He does a lot of things that maybe don't show up on paper. Justice in the shotgun. He's going to roll. He's going to scramble. He's going to get the first down and more. He's going to make guys miss. Pretty good run there.
And that's Justice's game. He'll after the second read, if he doesn't see someone open, he will find a gap through the defensive line. He usually goes for big runs. He is a solid passer, don't get me wrong. He can air it out pretty far. Doesn't have a ton of zip on that ball, so he knows his restraints, and he uses them well, plays to him well.
Nice run, shake and bake. He's not very big.
No.
He's tall. He's not huge, but elusive. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, and one issue we saw there in the Idaho Falls game, he had these massive runs, and the Century offensive line would consistently be getting called for holding.
Yeah, that can happen when the quarterback gets mobile. It's going to be a delayed pitch to number 11. He'll get a first down and more, and that's Tito Villano. So 2 first downs for the Diamondbacks. And in talking to Coach Fleshman and some of the other coaches, that's what they want to do. They want to run the ball. They want to impose the offensive line against Teton. 1st and 10 on the 22. 9:18 to go in the first quarter. Magnum in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right. Quarterback designed run. He's got blockers. He's going to make people miss. And that's touchdown, Diamondbacks. "22-yard running touchdown for Justice Magnum."
Yeah, that was a designed run there. Had all the blockers. And essentially made that one look really easy. All positive yardage plays.
Yeah, I don't know what you buy your offensive line when you're in high school, but maybe Soda Barn or something.
Some ices.
Because that offensive line made that happen. Pending the extra point, the 9:01 mark, Century will go up 7-0. That was quick too. That was about a minute drive.
Yep. And looks like they're rolling out a new kicker, at least from the last game I watched. Carter Ward had the kick there. Justice was kicking against Idaho Falls. Missed a couple PATs in that one.
Yeah, they were having Justice kick in that game, but Carter Ward is, I think, the more or less the set kicker.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But Carter Ward is a senior. Someone will have to pick up those kicking duties next year. Maybe they were just trying to see what was going to happen.
Yeah, that's another big thing for Century is their top players, Justice, Mangum, and Tito Villano are just juniors, so they'll be able to come back next season as well.
That's a nice little run by Justice Magnum. That could be a top play of the week. We'll get to those later. IdahoSports.com. And Carter Ward's going to kick off here for the Diamondbacks. So with it's 9:01 left to go in the first quarter. Century jumps to an early lead, 7-0. That's Carter Warder. The ball goes off the tee. It's a little windy here. Logan is excited for the rain that might come in.
I'm praying to the heavens it does not happen tonight. I did not bring a coat and wearing shorts. So I guess it's fall now. I got to start adapting.
I got here and I'm like, I don't know if I dressed appropriately. Sorry, Paul. The kick is up. That's a good one. And that's going to be a touchback. We talked about this at the Hillcrest Skyline game, how having a kicker that can make it a touchback is just a weapon in high school.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just to force him to start at the 20 every single drive, that it's still a kind of an odd rule to me that you're not able to return the ball from the end zone.
Well, speaking of odd rules, I was at an NFL game this past weekend, and seeing the actual kickoff thing live is odd.
Yeah, I still don't really understand that rule, or I'm also just refusing to learn it.
But to see it live, it's like because they don't show everything and how
Yeah.
they just wait. It's interesting to say the least. All right, Teton will take back over. Quarterback design, run to the left side. He's going to be met. And the Century defensive. Carlos Uraris, 99 in there on the tackle.
Yeah, his Teton offensive line is getting challenged early. Luke Nelson couldn't find a block there and taken down. Once again, Century starts off a drive defensively with a negative yardage play.
Yeah, Luke Nelson, quarterback, safety, kind of that dual threat athlete, but they are containing him right now, the Diamondbacks, as it brings up a 2nd and 12. Teton's still looking for some positive yards. Nelson in the shotgun. He's going to look to throw it. Heavy pressure. He's got a pass. It's too high. The intended receiver was Drew Moss, who Logan talked about earlier. That's been kind of their go-to guy.
Yeah, Mosley's been a big threat for the Timberwolves all season. They like to get ball in his hands. I like to see him maybe give a little screen pass to him. Just been working. Get at least a positive yards play, even if it's not going to be, worth a first down here. Make it at least 4th and short. Make Century think about it on if they're going to go for it or not.
And this is going to bring up another 3rd and long situation. 3rd and 12, 8:08 to go. First quarter. Nelson in the shotgun. High snap. He's going to control it. He's going to run it. He's going to find space up the middle. And pretty good run, but again, just past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 2 and straight impressive stands by the Century defense. I've only seen 6 plays on defense, and not a single one of them has been a positive. Or excuse me, the last one was the first positive play for Teton.
Yeah, that was
3 yards.
That was definitely Teton's best run. So they'll look to punt again, the Timberwolves, who's got that like orangey red. They got a very cool logo. High snap again. The punt is off, and it's super short. That maybe got to the 30.
Yeah, a little bit of a duck. Kicked it, and there's usually on a punt you see a nice little spiral in the air. That one was just doing straight rotations. And great field position here. I mean, they just saw how quick Century scored on the first drive. I'd be a little bit terrified here if I was Teton. This early in the game, you've given Century field position on your own side of the field.
Yeah, Century is going to start on their own 30 after the high snap punt kind of went off the side of the foot. Justice in the shotgun. Tito on his right hip. They're going to look to throw here. He's going to air it out. He's got Deshaun Clark in the end zone, but I think he was out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, he threw it to the exact only part of the field I do not have any.
Oh, touchdown!
Of course.
So that's Deshaun Clark for a 30-yard touchdown pass. And the corner he went to is right where the students are standing. So it looked like he was going out of bounds, and it looked like he overthrew him. Deshaun Clark was wide open. Yeah,
unfortunately, that was the one spot I have on the camera where I have have the camera set up here at Century where we did not get camera on the ball.
So that'll take Century to 13-0, 7:17 to go. The kick is up and it's good. So 2 drives by Century. One play there, touchdown, maybe 3 plays in the last drive, but you know, what's Teton got to do here?
Get something going. They got to get some positive yardage. I'd like to see maybe a screen pass, try to get something. They have to start stringing together at least a couple positive plays, because right now, I mean, both teams have really only had 6 or less plays on offense, and Century has 14 points. Teton's had 1 positive play.
Century super efficient is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, super efficient. And the snapper for Teton was working there on the sideline. A couple of the snaps have been kind of high. Luckily, Nelson has been able to handle them, but I mean, that would be disastrous at this point. So 7:17 left to go in the first quarter. Central kickoff. Century's defense has been pretty much lights out here. And like Logan said, super efficient on offense. 1 play there. And again, you have to credit offensive line of Century playing very well too. Magnum had just an extended amount of time. All right, here we go. The kick is going to be a touchback again.
Yeah. Nice kick there by the lefty, Carter Ward. Lefty kicker, at least.
He also pole vaults.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's got the big rack thing on the top of his car. And one day I was like, what is that? And it's for pole vaults.
I'd say out of all the track events you could do, I think pole vaulting would be the last one I'd try.
Well, we'll have it next week. Idaho Sports broadcasters do the pole vault. I wouldn't go anywhere. 1st and 10 on the 20 for Teton. Looking to get something going here. Nelson in the shotgun, man to his left hip, 4 wide receivers to each side, and they're going to hit the short man, and he just drops it.
And he had some space to operate there if he could hang on to the ball. He looked upfield before securing the ball into his hands.
That's James Borg, 33 of Teton, senior. He had some room.
Yep. I like the play call.
Yeah, get the receivers out, you know, kind of spread it up, try to open something up down the sideline. So 2nd and 10 on the 20. Teton looking to make something happen here on offense. Man in motion is Drew Moss. They're going to hand off. And that's going to go maybe back to line of scrimmage or 1 yard. And the Century defensive line is just
monsters. Monsters offensive line. Big offensive line, too. That's some size.
Teton has got a good sized offensive line. They're getting good push, but it's like the second level of the Century defense is just really honing in on where the ball is, making no room. So 3rd and 9. So this is the best 3rd down opportunity Teton's had with 6:30 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 9. Nilsson's going to look to throw it. He's in trouble. He gets hit as he throws. He finds his receiver. It's caught. 3 Diamondbacks there. That's Drew Moss.
Yeah, when in doubt, throw it up to your star player, Drew Moss. Comes down to it, like you said, almost triple coverage. Dangerous pass, but even if that ball gets picked, it would have been the worst field position for Century to start at.
Yeah, and they're spotting the ball on like the 47, and I thought he was a little farther, but that was a big pass for Teton. First down with 6:07 to go. High snap again. Nilsson's going to look. He's going to find him. Huge hit, and he fumbles it. And they're going to say no catch.
That was a Massive hit.
So the pass, it was a good slant pass to Drew Moss again. He's a big receiver. Let's see, 6'1", 170, but he's a pretty tall guy.
Yeah.
And they're going to say no catch, but that was close.
Yeah. If he got 1 foot down, if he had 1 foot going in positive direction, that would have been a fumble. But good call by the ref, says he didn't have any forward momentum when the ball came out.
2nd and 10. The 48-yard line. Nelson is shotgun that four wide receiver set. He's going to roll to his left. He's got some blockers and just hammered. And Jablonski on the tackle there for Century. And we do have the first flag, Logan.
Oh, man. I think it'll be on Teton.
Yep. Holding on that left side. One of the offensive linemen just had to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, right when you get some positive momentum, you have to go back around 10 yards. It's just a tough mistake by the Timberwolves, but it'll remain 2nd down.
Yeah, 2nd and 20 now. From the 37-yard line. Under center now, Nelson. Play action, rolls to his right. He looks at Moss. He's going to take a bigger shot. It's overthrown, but it's out of bounds. He did have Drew Moss open.
Yeah, and Talon Latin was all over that ball, trying to, almost like a center fielder, trying to read the ball. Like you said, went out of bounds. Got one hand on it.
So that's going to bring up another 3rd down. 3rd and 20 this time for Teton. 5:29 to go. First quarter action. East Idaho game night. IdahoSports.com coming down to the end of the football season. As Nielsen will line up in shotgun with that 4 wide receiver set. He'll look to pass. He'll have a receiver in stride. That's going to be enough for a 1st down and more. That's Gideon Taylor for Teton.
Gideon Taylor, a big target over at 6'3", gets his first touch in the game, and he was wide open. No D-backs were covering him.
And that's tough, right? You got 3rd and 20. The defense has pretty much been pitching a shutout and just a couple passes. But we're seeing the strength, right? We're seeing, you know, Luke Nelson, quarterback. When he has time, he's making good decisions. He'll be back in the shotgun. He's going to look to pass again. He's going to run it up the middle, and there's going to be another flag. It's probably going to come back.
Yeah, Teton offensive line's getting pretty overmatched in this game so far. And so they're holding on just a little too long. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think they're just trying to give their QB just a little bit more time, but not been rung up twice on a holding call.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good by the offensive line. Gave him a lot of time to throw. Just no one was open, and then when the quarterback has to, you know, go, that's when you get those holding calls. You got to be careful. So another penalty for Teton. So they'll bring up 1st and 20. They'll put them all the way back on the 45. Right in front of us here. Nelson in the shotgun, changing the play. 4 wide receiver set again. And he's going to throw it. He's got a receiver, came back to him. Forward progress, probably get fairly close back to the original line of scrimmage.
Got Drew Moss once again coming back, making the catch. Luke Nelson has a nice spiral, some nice zip to the ball. And it's been the most positive plays when Luke Nelson has a little bit of time to pass. Can find him as receivers, mainly just Drew Moss. Also found Gideon Taylor.
I mean, I was never a quarterback, but I know quarterbacks love it when the receivers come back. You know you have great receivers when they come back to the ball. So 2nd and 11. High snap again. He's going to get the throw out again, and that's not caught by Gideon Taylor.
Yeah, Adrian Gonzalez, another big hit on the receiver to break up another pass attempt. Now it's another 3rd down. See if Century can wrap up Teton. I figure Teton down 14 on the Century side of the field. That
4 down.
4 down territory.
Unless they, they have a kicker.
Who's a 9th grader.
Yeah, 9th grader. I noticed that in doing some of the pregame prep. Maybe they got a secret weapon. So 3rd and 11. 3:46 to go, first quarter. No, he's going to air it out. He's got a receiver and just out of bounds. The receivers have gotten open. They've just ran out of football field a couple times.
Yep. That was looked like number 1. I don't have a number 1 on my roster, personally.
For Teton.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a 1. So 4th and 11, they're going to go for it like Logan thought. 4th and 11, 3:41, first quarter, 14-0, Century, homecoming night. Nelson the shotgun, he's going to air it out. He's got his receiver, and he takes a big hit and does not go down. That's Drew Moss, and still not down. And Moss, he took a big hit around the 40 in front of us. He was ready to lay down some wood himself.
Right. He's been very impressive. The wideout, what is that, 5th catch now at least?
Yeah.
I haven't seen many wide receivers really be a game changer so far this season, the games I've broadcast. I mean, Hillcrest airs it out well, but they have 6, 7 different guys they feed the ball to. Drew Moss getting open consistently. See if Century can make an adjustment on that.
1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Teton in the red zone for the first time tonight. High snap, they're going to run up the middle, and not much there. There's not been much room for the running game.
Yeah, not at all. This is the longest drive by far, around 6 minutes now on this drive. Wearing out the Century defense, but also giving the Century offense, who really hasn't even got on the field too much, a nice break.
Maybe 4 plays.
Right.
4 or 5 plays. The second drive was a 1 pass. So 2nd and 9. Almost sacked, in trouble. He's going to air it out, and good defense by the Diamondbacks to knock that one out of bounds.
Good job on Luke Nelson to avoid the sack. I thought he was going to get wrapped up there, but he has some legs on him and got to pass off. But like you said, good defense there, but it looked like Adrian once again.
Adrian Gonzalez, good basketball player. The Diamondbacks. Yeah, Luke Nelson, super impressive. You don't see a ton of passing in the 4A level like we're seeing it tonight. In the shotgun, Nelson. He's going to look. He's got his receiver on his slant. That's tipped.
Nice job there by Talon Latin. Get some hands on it, break up the pass. And once again, it'll be 4th down, excuse me. So
yeah, 4th down. Talon Latin. 2 years ago, I think we did a game here, Logan, and he broke his arm on a play, if you remember that.
Okay.
Now he's back better than ever. Fractured or something. He had a cast.
Looks like they'll go for the field goal here.
We're going to go for the field goal. And it's good. 88. So what is that? 9. About a 21-yard field goal.
Nice little 21-yard field goal by Moises Leon. If that is a kicker. They said it looks like number 88. That's
88.
another number I do
we
not
do not have an 88.
But
I'm going to go to my secret.
it does look like Moises is listed on the roster anyway. I know he is number 56. So yeah, I don't know who.
88. I got one more roster here. Yeah, and I've not seen 88. Oh, Ian Haskell.
Ian Haskell,
He's
okay.
81 or 88. He has 2 numbers by his name on the sheet I got from Coach Shane of Timberline. In his first season with the Timberwolves of Teton, he took over for Joyce, who went to McCall Donley, I believe. Don't quote me on that. You just see so many more coaching changes. You don't see these 20-year stints anymore.
Right.
So Teton will kick for the first time. Ian Haskell will kick the field goal. And he'll kick off too. He's a big kicker. It's a short kick. It's going to be fielded around the 25. It's going to be brought up and out of bounds just short of the 35-yard line, where Central will take over up 14-3, 2:11 to go. East Idaho game night. Good drive by Teton, Logan.
Yeah, it was a great drive by Teton. Had multiple third down conversions, despite even getting holding calls on them. And if you're a Century on this drive, I know it sounds great to score in one play like they have, but they have to at least string together a couple plays, give their defense a little bit of a rest after being on the field almost the entire game so far.
So Century's worst field position of the night. Going to bring in another wide receiver. 2 wide receivers close to us, 2 guys in the backfield. Zen will pop out on the right side. It'll be a run with room.
Looks like that was Lincoln Echo Hawk who got the carry this time.
Lincoln Echo Hawk with a nice run. Number 25, a junior. His brother played at Pocatello High School. You might remember him. Over 1,000-yard rushing. Great career. I believe he plays at College of Idaho now. Looks like Lincoln is still back in the backfield with Justice. They're going to go quarterback run. He's going to be tripped up. Great defense by Teton.
Yeah, 55 got in there. Cole Kinghorn broke through the offensive line and took down Magum.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to get that contact early on, Justice Magnum, or you're just in trouble. He's got the wheels. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. 14-3. Teton has just put their first points up, a field goal. Century 2nd and 10. Looks to be a pass, in trouble. He's going to roll to his left. Magnum's going to elude a couple players. He makes a couple more miss, and then he's brought down hard. And that's quarterback on quarterback right there.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
That was Luke Nelson. It was quarterback on quarterback. Nelson will play safety for Teton.
Justice looks like he's just playing flag football out there sometimes. Just running around, he's on a playground.
Makes it look easy, but it's enough for a first down and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. In the shotgun, their pitch at the Echo Hawk. Echo Hawk, he's got some wheels and some dance moves. It's homecoming. Close to a first down is Lincoln.
I figure this will probably bring the first quarter to a close. See if they try to fire off one more play.
9 seconds. And that will be the end of the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, Century 14, Teton 3. It's East Idaho game night. We'll take a quick break and be back for the second quarter on IdahoSports.com.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Ideal. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it.
College costs money.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night, IdahoSports.com, where Century starts the second quarter. Up 14-3. It's going to be handoff to Lincoln Echo Hawk again. So Century throwing a little wrinkle in here with Echo Hawk. He's had some runs. I believe he's had one touchdown on the season. Tito Villano checking back in now.
Yeah, I was starting to get a little concerned that Tito maybe suffered some sort of injury that we did not see, but it looks to be good. They're seeing some Echo Hawk, some reps here. And when you're up early and you're moving the ball well, it should be a good opportunity to get some different type of players for Century.
First and 10. Just on the 22-yard line. Quick screen pass, super high. It was a good thing it was high. And that's going to be a late hit extracurricular activity.
Yeah, it's a bad penalty for the Timberwolves.
And it was number 3 for the Timberwolves that I believe almost jumped up and got that.
Looks like they're waving off the flag.
I think it was inadvertent. Like, it didn't. I didn't feel like it was on purpose. Kind of like stumbling into each other. And you know the crowd's not really upset at it, so that.
Right.
So 2nd and 10 on the 27-yard line. And in shotgun, Tito on his right hip, two wide receivers to the right side, one close to us. It's going to be a pass to Josiah Davis, and doesn't bring it down, almost intercepted.
Yeah, it's interesting about back-to-back pass plays, judging how well they've been able to run the football. So now it brings up 3rd and long. Century is kind of somewhat of a suspect kicking game. So I'd like to think this is 4-down territory. So maybe go for the run play here, set up a 4th and short, and then you have many options.
So for Century's first 3rd down of the game, Justice is going to roll to his right. He's going to get intercepted. And just rolled right into Teton. So turnovers, and both coaches talked about turnovers were going to be a big key to this game.
Yeah, just rolled to the right. He that's like one of those predestined who he's going to get the ball to. Didn't look for a second man, and good job by Teton to get up and pick that one off right on the line of scrimmage. I didn't get the number on who got it.
Yeah, it was just out of view. So Teton will take over with some momentum here. Nelson will look to pass. He'll hit the short man in the flat. And that'll be 3 to 4 yards there.
Yeah, Teton found a little bit of a recipe for success on the last drive, airing the ball out, finding Drew Moss. We'll see if Century's made an adjustment, though. I'd start double coverage, triple coverage Moss, as he's been really the big threat so far in this game.
But again, a play for Teton that didn't start out negative.
Yep.
So moving the ball well. We're going to give him 5 yards as going out of bounds there. 10:30 to go, 14-3. Century just threw an interception. Century will get the ball at halftime. We got a lot left to go in this quarter, but you know, if Teton can score here, you know, got to start thinking those things. That'll be enough for 1st down.
Yeah, one of the first real positive runs for the Timberwolves in this one.
And with the momentum here, 10 minutes to go in the first half action. Nelson, shotgun. He's got time. He's going to take it himself. Make one man miss. 7 or 8 yards there. And now the Century defense has really been on the field a long time, right?
Yeah, that's what
Last drive was a long time.
Yeah, Teton trying to wear him down on defense. It's been working the last couple drives. Teton defense, like you said, not really having much of a break so far. But Teton, I mean, I'm looking at their bench, they really only have 9, 10 guys on the bench.
Maybe, right?
Yeah, so that both teams will get worn out during this one.
2nd and 4 on the 46. Teton moving the ball. Moss goes back under center. Extra blocker. The run will, I think, be short. Very close to that first down. Third and 1. Much more manageable 3rd and 1 for Teton. Third and 1 on the 46, 8:39 to go, second quarter. Nelson in the shotgun. That 4 wide receiver set, he'll take it himself, he'll get it.
Yeah, it was a nice little design run. Had the running back run up, catch a block, and Nelson more than enough yards to get the first.
Yeah, and kind of think about it. Century's defensive line won the first quarter, but now Teton's offensive line kind of won the last part of the second quarter or first quarter, and now the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Century score 2 touchdowns on 4 plays. Thought this one was going to maybe teeter on a little bit of a blowout, but Teton making this game.
Controlling the ball and the clock, really. Nelson, shotgun, he looks to pass. It's going to be short. That was good coverage by the Diamondbacks secondary, but the Diamondbacks not getting a lot of pressure now on the quarterback.
Yeah, they're starting to respect the pass game a lot more. The way they were able to throw the ball in Century's defense in the last drive, respecting it a lot more, putting a couple different receivers in double coverage, which will open up the run game a little bit for Teton.
Teton in the 4 wide receiver set again. Nelson, shotgun. He's going to look. In a little bit of trouble. He's rolling now to his right. He's going to heave it across the field and almost had Drew Moss, really.
Yeah, you can tell Drew Moss and Luke Nelson have quite a bit of chemistry together, as it really is. He was just kept trying to wait for Moss to get open. Like you said, almost got there.
Drew Moss has 2 people on him but is open. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe you can see it on the film, but what a great probably one of the better wide receivers I've seen live.
Yep.
This year.
And just a junior as well.
So 3rd and 10 here, 7:42 to go. Big 3rd down. Nelson's shotgun. He's got time. He's got a receiver, overthrows him. And that was, that connects. That's good for more than a first down. So 4th down and 10 on the 40. I think they go for it here.
Yeah, I'd assume so too. They had a little bit of the fake punt, then actual punt type look, where Nelson looks like he'll be able to be the one that will punt it off. So they'll give him multiple looks, but they will come out in the shotgun. But you never know when they could just do a little bit of a pooch kick.
The Century, no one back there. Looks like we're going to run the offense, and they will. In trouble. Nelson, he's going to throw it. The receiver falls down. Intercepted Century. And that's on the interception, Talon. Latin.
Oh, man. He's been developed into a great player for the Diamondbacks. This D-backs entire roster, you can tell they love playing with each other. The big pick there on 4th down. I think the receiver might have been able to get to it, but I couldn't tell if I was Gideon or Moss, but slipped and fell trying to make the play. Good pass there by Nelson, but unfortunately
the turf monster
got
straight,
him. Yeah, straight to there's no one contested to the defender.
Talon Latin has had his paws on a couple of those passes, right? He's been there. He gets one there, big interception. Century will take over on their own 28-yard line. That'll be a run. Tito Villano up the middle. 6-yard run there by Tito. And that's where I think that's where Century goes back to. Just run the ball. Echo Hawk was
that's what I was going to say.
Running well. You get the ball at halftime. You got 7 minutes left here. You know, burn some of this clock. Don't let Teton get back into the game. Easier said than done. So 2nd and 4. It's going to be another handoff. This time it's to Echo Hawk. He's going to make people miss. Ooh, almost breaks free. Gets tripped up. Oh, excuse me, that was Tito Villano on that one. So Tito Villano for the 1st down. They bring in their junior, cowbell running back.
It keeps the clock moving. Like you said, they like to take it down as far as possible since they are receiving the ball in the 2nd half. Put up a commanding lead, get the ball back, try to put it out of reach before Century or before Teton gets the ball back.
Century in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field. One closest to us. Tito Villano on the left hip. And that's where they'll go. They'll go to Villano. And he's going to break a tackle. Shoelace tackle. You got to wrap him up. That could have been almost a loss. Tito stays on his feet. Tito Villano gets some yards.
Yeah, I noticed in the Idaho Falls game I broadcasted that he almost seeks contact, and he bounces off contact really well.
He kind of stopped right there, right?
Yeah.
He kind of like just, not like a stutter, almost just stopped, let the contact happen, and then pushed through.
Right.
Bring up a 2nd and 2. That was in the shotgun. Zen Fleshman in motion. In trouble. Eludes one tackle. And quarterback on quarterback again. He won't get anywhere as Magnum is Luke Nelson comes up to get him. Magnum.
Yeah, he made the first guy miss. Made Hiram Godfrey come out of his shoes. Looked like Godfrey was ready for the run. Had him wrapped up. A nice little juke by Magnum. Still gets taken down for a loss. Or no, he got back to the line of scrimmage.
No, that was a generous. Because he was tossed and turned and thrown a little bit. So a generous forward progress, I guess. 3rd and 2. 4:40 to go in the 2nd quarter. It's going to be handoff to Villano. Villano gets past the 2nd level. Still taking guys. He's going to get a 1st down and more. And I thought Teton had him, but it's going to take more than one guy to tackle him tonight.
Right. Yeah, Villano is such an impressive runner. I expect him to start getting start getting some college offers somewhat soon. He's one of the more impressive running backs I've seen in my years broadcasting.
He's got the old school style kind of running back.
He almost has the Ashton Genty type cadence with the run, where like you said, he kind of stops, takes contact, and then somehow speeds up even more once he makes contact.
Almost looks like slow motion, and then it happens. 1st down now. Another handoff. Positive yards. Tito Villano up the middle, left side. Get 2 yards on that run. And Century, listening to us, run the ball. Must be listening. No, doing a good job. It's what's got you to 5-0 is your ability to run the ball. And as we all know, as the season gets later, running the ball, most state champions can run the ball.
Right. Hope so.
2nd and 8. It's going to be a fake handoff. Justice Magnum's got wheels. He's going to break it. 10, 5, touchdown, Justice Magnum for a 20-yard run. So Justice has been part of all 3 of the Century touchdowns. What a great run. They kind of jab with Tito, Villano, jab, and then faked it to Villano for Magnum.
Yeah, it was a great run there by Magnum. Puts in for 6 more points. Century now leading 20-3, pending the extra point.
Still 3:22 to go.
Oh.
That's good. It was a sidewinder.
Yeah, it hit the fang on the blow up Diamondback out there beyond the.
He was aiming. So with 3:22 to go in the second quarter, 21-3. You know, there's still enough time for Teton to make a push. They're going to have to, I think, because like we talked about, Century will get the ball at halftime.
Right.
As the wind picks up. .322. Nice drive by Century. A good amount of running. I don't think there was one pass attempted. It was all runs on that drive.
Yeah, they brought it down under 4 minutes, 3:22 to go here in the first half. It's getting very, very windy here. This will be a challenging kickoff for Century as the wind's blowing against them.
Yeah, they're going against the wind, I think. Yeah, it feels like it. But it's picked up here.
Making your outdoor camera guy cold right now.
If we don't hear from Logan, he blew away. But yeah, Teton might have a chance for a return here. Carter Ward to kick off. And still pretty good kick, but you know, much shorter than it was. That's going to be fielded and makes one guy miss. They'll get just almost to the 30-yard line. It looks like 23.
Yep. It's always dangerous when you see the returner pick it up off a bounce.
Yeah.
I've seen, especially on the turf field, I've seen so many fumbles on kickoffs this season from that strategy. I've seen a lot of teams purposely kick it, somewhat of a squib, but more of a deep squib kick to try to force that.
That's Paul Ashton, 23 on the return. Good hands Ashton had picking that one up, but scary.
Yeah.
But much better field position than they've started. On the 26-yard line, Teton will take over first down, 3:17 to go. He's going to look for a pass. He's got his receiver. That's to number 1 of Teton.
Good hit, or a good catch by number 1 to secure that as Jablonski got in and took him down immediately after he caught the ball, held on for a nice about 7-8 yard catch.
I'm double checking, but I still don't think I have a number 1 for Teton. Maybe we'll grab it at halftime. Pass is open. He's got a man wide open. I'm not sure what the Century defender was doing. Kind of just let it go by.
Yeah, that was
an interesting.
Yeah.
The Century defender just kind of stood there and really should have been caught in a touchdown for Teton.
Yeah, complete blown coverage there.
We just got a score, another 5A matchup, another district opponent. Twin Falls and Pocatello playing tonight. Twin Falls 15. Pocatello Thunder 0.
To the cheer of Century fans.
It wasn't that big, but 3rd and 1, that game will come soon enough. He's going to roll. He's got a receiver open, just misses him. And that's about the only time he's really missed a wide open guy, and that was Gideon Taylor again.
This is a crucial 4th down here. 4th and 1, figure to go for it. Teton call timeout to talk about it.
Teton called the timeout.
I believe I saw Teton call a timeout.
The coach is calling him over, but they didn't see it. So yeah, Teton will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. It's 21-3, Century Ed. East Idaho game night, IdahoSports.com.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
All right, welcome back to East Idaho Game Night, IdahoSports.com. Huge 4th and 1 here. Teton takes the timeout. If they don't get this, and it's going to be a quarterback run, and it's going to be close.
I think he got it with the forward progress. I'll give it to him.
They're going to move the sticks, and that'll be a first down. The way he went down, it looked much closer. But as that happens, Teton not in a real rush here with 2:19. So first down and 10, right on the 40, right in front of us here in the booth. Well, one of us in the booth. Shotgun. It's going to look left, hit the man in the flat. He's got him. And that almost is tackle for a loss, but breaks a couple tackles, couple more, and pushes his way for about 6 yards. But we do have a flag.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it might be holding again. Face mask on the defense.
So that will give Teton a first down. And move him past the 50-yard line. So with 153 and semi-striking distance, we know Nelson has the arm. Teton still 2 timeouts. Century with all timeouts. 1:53, second quarter. First down. It's going to be a pass. And it's going to be just kind of thrown away. Heads up play by the quarterback.
Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
There was receivers kind of there. But it stops the clock.
Yeah, it'll be 2nd and 10. Still 143 in the way they pass the ball. They could still easily drive down the field and score. Just have to watch out for a Century would like to get a sack, get that clock rolling. But also Teton has 2 timeouts to go here in the first half. And if Century can get them 3rd, 4th, and long, they can call a timeout. They have 3.
In the shotgun, Nelson is going to look. He's got time. He's going to throw it into the dirt, which was probably smart, as it would have caught and the time would have kept rolling. It would have only been about a 5-yard pass to James Borg.
I guess Century's starting to get more pressure on the quarterback again. Had a little bit of a break due to a somewhat of a longer drive, I should say, for Century. The defense a little bit of a break, and now they're starting to put a little more pressure. QB getting some blitzes.
Yeah, the DBs have done a pretty good job for Century. Shotgun, pump fakes. He's going to try to run himself. Breaks 1 tackle as Nelson breaks another tackle. Stiff arm, and then met. It's going to be enough for a first down. It's still on his feet, and nice piece of running.
That was. Broke multiple tackles. The stiff arm was nice.
Yeah. It's going to be enough for a first down. They'll move the sticks, and that clock will start back up. Here it goes. So 1:20 to go. Teton trying to score before halftime. Century will get the ball back. Teton in that 4 wide receiver set, 2 on each side. It's going to be a pass. And he's got the receiver wide open down the middle. I believe it was Gideon Taylor again on that reception, or Colt K. Can't tell if it was 8 or 0.
It was Gideon. He came up the seam no one covering him.
What?
Big gain. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. So we'll call timeout.
Teton will take a timeout with 50 seconds. 21-3 before halftime. Teton has 1 timeout remaining. Century has all 3. I don't think it really matters for Century. 1st and 10, all the way down to almost the 10-yard line on the 16. And so Teton has a 3 or 4 shots at it here.
Yeah, I'd say go find a corner, try to get some more yards, try to a couple end zone shots. But honestly, the best passes so far tonight by Nelson have been about right in the middle of the field. He's been able to throw some nice slant routes and some nice seam routes via the Timberwolves wide receivers. So I would try to keep throwing up the middle. You have 4 chances here to throw it into the end zone.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the 16. Teton looking to get points on the board before halftime. Nelson's going to find a receiver. It's Moss in and out of his hands. We've got Laundry on the field.
Yeah, I figure it'll be on Century pass interference. Looks like one of the defenders had a little too much hand fighting on the receiver on the slant route.
It'll be on Century.
Holding on the Diamondbacks.
I think it was holding on one of the defensive backs, right? Had the jersey on that pass. So they'll be 1st now inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal on the 7. Look the pass. Nelson will run it himself and get in for the touchdown down the right side.
Touchdown Timberwolves.
7-yard touchdown run by Luke Nelson of the Timberwolves, bringing the score to 21-9.
Yeah, Century brought the blitz there. Had 6 guys tack the line, and then good idea by Luke Nelson. Jumped out to his right, and then Century defenders not have the right angle on Nelson. He's able to walk in for 6. Oh!
Blocked. Adrian Gonzalez blocks the extra point.
He timed that snap perfectly.
And that could be important. 21-9 will be the score. 39 seconds left to go before halftime. It is homecoming, so it'll be a little longer homecoming.
I think every game I've done this year, so I think in my 4th game for Idaho Sports this season, I think all 4 have now been homecoming games.
There's been some
on the homecoming tour, you could say.
In East Idaho, there was it was the Idaho Falls. It was the Idaho Falls skyline, and one of the teams came out during the halftime and kind of ran into the band, but all was resolved, and I think it was just just a mistake. But
yeah, we ran that. So I work at KPVI, local channel 6 here in Pocatello. We ran that story, and I was trying to watch that video multiple times. It said they damaged the equipment, at least in the video I saw. I didn't see that, but you could definitely see some words said by the players to the band.
Yeah, at Rafston, they come out of the tunnel, so in the middle of the field, they probably have a clock in there, and they just probably figured it was time.
Back deep to receive for the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks will take the kickoff here. 39 seconds. We'll see what they'll do. Probably pretty conservative in the half, as they'll just be getting the ball back. Kick is a good one. It's received up the right side. Has room. Flag. That's Adrian Gonzalez on the run.
Nice little reward for blocking a PAT.
Adrian Gonzalez has got that speed, right? He gets in the open. He's gonna make it. Troy Waters, the offensive coordinator for the Diamondbacks, giving the signals to the quarterback. And what was the call?
I didn't see the call. They were talking to Carter Ward, so it looked like something on him. I'm guessing beholding.
The ball is going to be placed. Okay, now they're going back. I never saw an official flag.
Illegal hands to the face.
Okay, illegal hands to the face. So that's going to neglect the nice run back by Adrian Gonzalez.
Yeah, like I said, I figured they just run it out. But they do have 3 timeouts, so maybe one deep shot by Mangum as he can air it out.
So push the Diamonds all the way back to the 16-yard line. They're near the 40-yard line before the penalty. And the shotgun. It's just going to be a run up the middle.
Milano ahead for 4 yards.
Milano will get 4 yards on that run. The clock is winding down. Maybe one more play here and we'll go into halftime. Six seconds. 4, 3. They will get the play off. It'll just be a run out of bounds. And that's how it'll end.
Keeps it himself and runs out of bounds. That'll end the half.
So at halftime, the Century Diamondbacks 21, Teton 9. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with some halftime analysis. It's East Idaho game night.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
We're Valleywide Cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, We'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Ideal. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love it.
College costs money.
He's going to look that way. Nowhere to go, though, as he's going to jump past to Brendan Heward, as we might have a candidate for IdahoSports.com Play of the Week. Great play.
To the left here. Buck out, circles back, throws inside, has a man, and he takes a shot. But that is a dart and a touchdown for the Bulldogs. He's going to drop back, surveys, throws it deep, a dart across the middle, man in stride, inside the 20. 10, touchdown Vikings.
And they hand it off. It's Oatman on the near side. Still on his feet. Puts down a few defenders. Works back the other direction. Here he goes. Got to be clean if you're a blocker. Has a convoy in front of him. Everett working his way. Fighting for the end zone. Is in. Touchdown, Everett Oatman.
When you got big lineman from Camiai coming right at you.
Steps up, fakes out a few defenders, and he's taking it himself. And moves the chain of 10-yard gain.
Low punt, but Taylor fields it, and he has some breathing room. It's going to be a pitch. That's Crockett now with the speed. He's on the sideline. Gets past the 20, 15, 10, 5, a great block, touchdown! Less than 10 seconds to play before the second quarter. Thompson throws it to a wide open man in the middle, and he's got some green grass. Turf, I should say, across the 50, 40, 30. He's got the speed, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Idaho Falls. They strike with 0 on the clock.
Round the 17. Pass goes into the corner. It looks like it's caught. We'll see what the official says. It is a touchdown. Malachi, his twin brother, going to the corner. What a pass and an easy reception. That
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night on IdahoSports.com. It's homecoming here at Century as they lead at 21-9 over Teton in this cross classification game, which happened last year as well up in Teton. And I believe it was like 34-35. It was a really good game. Teton won. It was the one game Century really should have won last year. As I think we had Idaho Falls in Century last year.
Yeah, and that was it ended up coming down to that final minute. The score didn't end up showing that as, I believe Dean Crabtree fumbled at like the 2-yard line.
Century drove it all the way down, and they fumbled, and that was the ball game. As the royalty come out here for Century. Well, Century started off hot with, it was defense. It was Century's defense, putting Teton in long third down situations. And then the first score is Justice Mangum on a 22-yard run. And then Teton on another 3-and-out, and then Justice to Clark for a 30-yard pass. And then, it was 14-0. You kind of think Century's running away with it. Teton goes on a long drive that goes all the way, pretty much finishes out the first quarter, and it is a 21-yard field goal in the first quarter. Then the second quarter, Century gets the ball back, interception thrown. Then Teton throws an interception. Then Century goes on kind of a medium drive where Mangum does a 20-yard run, and it was an all-run drive to bring the score to 21-3, and then Teton takes a nice drive down the field. It was mostly passing, and then ends with a Nielsen 7-yard run to the right side to bring it to 21-9. So, game's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been one of the first games of the year I've seen both. Where I've seen a team really use their passing as their primary method in terms of Teton. Luke Nelson's been able to air it out. Been finding the seams and the slant routes for those receivers. I expect to see a lot more of that. But for Century's defense, I expect them to be in the locker room right now, making adjustments on that, as they've allowed quite a few wide open receivers. For Teton, they kind of find any way possible to stop the rush attack. Century's been able to run the ball all over the field. Their only stop was the interception, which is via a pass from Mangum.
Yeah, the only time Century didn't score the ball is when they turned the ball over. They've had the ball 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah. Teton's going to have a chance, Century's going to have a chance to make it potentially a 3-score ball game before Teton even gets the ball back. So it should be an interesting second half.
And then kind of late in the second quarter, we saw a few more penalties. It was kind of penalty-free game. Then we got a few more, a couple holdings really hurt Teton, but they were able to find the receivers. Drew Moss, Gideon Taylor, probably I'm going to assume are basketball players too, both 6'1", 6'3", good pair of wide receivers for Teton. And I would have to agree with you. Teton throws the ball not like I would say a typical 4A football team. Usually, you see like a wing tee or you see a heavy dose of running, but Teton really able to air out the ball, keeping them in this game. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what both coaches want to do at halftime.
Yeah. Should we look at some Friday Night Flash?
Yeah, and as you all know, IdahoSports.com, you hit the Friday Night Flash. A lot of good games happening around Idaho.
We have some good ones.
Yeah. I know which one you want to talk about right away.
Oh, is it the Hillcrest only beating Blackfoot by 6 right now?
That's not a surprise to me. What's the score there?
20-14.
20-14.
Blackfoot's been another kind of like Century last year. They're kind of the feel-good story last season, making the postseason. This year, taking another jump under their second-year head coach.
Yeah, I think Blackfoot. The only thing Blackfoot has against them is Skyline and Hillcrest are in their conference.
Exactly.
I think Blackfoot. They played Skyline pretty tough. Some late scores happened in that game where it was closer than the score appeared. So I think Blackfoot is still a team you're going to see in the playoffs, right? They're going to have to win out the rest of the games, but definitely a fun team to watch this year.
Another 4A, 5A matchup, Preston, Sugar Salem. Sugar Salem leads 28-0 in the third quarter. Sandpoint beating Lake City 6-0. That one is probably, to me, the overall has to be one of the bigger games in the state. Sandpoint trying to remain undefeated before they take on Lakeland.
No, Sandpoint lost to Coeur d'Alene last week.
Oh, they did.
Like
okay.
50-9.
Oh.
Yeah. So
dang.
a lot of people.
Okay, never mind.
A lot of people up north were kind of thinking, hey, Sandpoint's on a roll, and then Coeur d'Alene finally started the engine to the car, and it got going.
And then maybe the most shocking score we have.
Okay.
Skyline's beating Shelley 15-10 in the third quarter.
Shelley played Hillcrest tough last week.
Yeah.
That game was a lot closer. Skyline's a team defensively, probably one of the best 5A defensive teams. I don't know if their offense, they run 2 quarterbacks, Giannini the third and Thompson. And then obviously Zion Crockett is a dynamic player, but I don't know if Skyline has quite figured out the offense. The defense is there. And 2 weeks ago, it was a pretty good game, Skyline and Hillcrest. Skyline completed 2 onside kicks.
Yeah, I was
in a row,
watching you guys.
In a row. And it was just, there was 4 minutes left of the game, and it took another 45 minutes. It was it was crazy. Now, if you go back and look, some of the kicks are a little, the guys had probably crossed over before they had. But nonetheless, Hillcrest went on to win. Teams getting into conference play now. Sugar doing what they normally do is win games. And then the other District 6 matchup, Rigby-Highland, which I know a lot of people are curious about that. A big game in my eyes for playoff complications of who's going to win that district.
Yeah, Rigby's up 35-14. We're still in the second quarter in that one.
35-14, yeah. Highland is kind of slowly went to 5-1 and not a lot of buzz. And usually you got a lot of buzz around a Highland, football team. Between Highland and Rigby, they've won the last state champions besides throw in a Coeur d'Alene here and there. So you've got 2 powerhouses there. But the winner of that game, you would have to think controls the conference. Yeah. They're going to control the conference. So.
Then some other scores, Thunder Ridge beating Bonneville in somewhat of a prove-it game, 10-0 right now. Both those teams trying to find their way into the postseason. Bonneville's had an extremely tough schedule. They're realistic. They go 1-7 and arguably have a shot at making it due to the Max Preps rankings.
And they might, have a higher Max Prep ranking than say like a Century who's 5-0.
They are, or actually,
or Shelley. If we go to Brandon Bainey's. Yeah. Bracket thinks Shelley makes the playoffs and they haven't even won a game.
Yeah, I got in an argument with wherever KPI. I talked to a couple of different coaches, and the Blackfoot coach I was saying, how crazy is it that Shelley have a higher seed right now than Century despite losing head-to-head. And we got a little bit of argument. He was like, well, Century hasn't really took on any tough opponents, but I believe a head-to-head matters quite a bit in that. And also, hey, Century's won every game on their schedule. It's not their fault.
That's always been my only one, well, not my only one, but a big complaint from Max Prep is I don't feel like the head-to-head takes into as much as account as it should. All right, as we're getting ready to come back to second half action, Century will receive the ball as they deferred in the first half.
Alrighty.
But yeah, and then the IHSSA had a bunch of, classification changes and things like that. So there was talk that now after all these teams have reclassified and moved, whether or not the 5A state tournament will be the same size, because it is the biggest bracket of all the classifications.
Right.
Teton to kick off. And that's the kickoff into the wind. That's going to be filled at the 20 with room. That's Tito Villano with the kickoff.
Yeah, it's some good space. Gets to the 40-yard line. It's a great starting position here for the Diamondbacks. Beginning the third quarter I think it has to have dropped like 10 more degrees. It says 57. The wind chill's making this freezing.
And as
at least the rains look like it's getting pushed back to around 1 a.m.
There we go. That's what Logan wanted to hear.
Supposed to go to Boise tomorrow for a Idaho State Boise State softball fall game, but that already got canceled due to the incoming rain for tomorrow.
Yeah, if you're kicking right to left. It's going to be very difficult. That might play an important role. It's a handoff to Deshaun Clark. Left side, we've got a flag, and the reverse might be coming back.
Yeah, number 1 down hard for Teton. He took a shot. Guessing that's what the penalty would be on. I didn't really see anything. It will be.
And it's kind of been, every time there's a penalty, there's kind of been a slow reaction to it, and it's going to bring Century back. I still haven't seen the call. And it's a big, big penalty. A blindside block. Will bring them all the way back to the 30, and it'll be 1st and 20. So 1st and 20 from the 30, 11:36 to go. 3rd quarter. Magnum in the shotgun, he'll run it right side. He breaks some tackles, makes one guy's miss. Sidesteps, he's to get the 1st down and more. Mangum showing the speed.
Yeah, they really just pushed it back just so Mangum gets some more rushing yards. He has to be well over, I believe, 100 now.
Mangum, yeah, Justice Mangum is running very well. He does have the interception, but he's counted for all 3 Century touchdowns, right? 2 running, 1 passing. If you have 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, I think you can live with it most days.
Right.
1st and 10 on the 45. Play action. Deshaun Clark drops it, had it.
Yeah, rare drop there by Deshaun Clark. You don't see him.
He looked, he saw number 55, Aiden Moulton. He's a big man, bearing down on him. He just kind of quickly looked. Aiden Moulton, number 55 for Teton, linebacker, senior, 6'2", 195.
I see them get Fleischman a little bit involved here in the second half. No touches in the first.
They move him around. He blocks a lot. And that's going to be a run up the middle for Villano. Pretty close to a 1st down. We'll call it 8. Bring up 3rd and 20 on the scoreboard, which we probably don't want that.
Yeah,
3rd and 4.
3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
I think it's 3rd and 4 on the board, but I believe it's about 2 yards. It's gonna be a handoff to Tito up the middle. He's got a little bit of blockers. He'll be close. Again, it'll be in that area of where, let's see where they spot. Yeah, it's short about a shoe. 4th and 1.
Let's see what they go with here.
Some of the crowd didn't like the spot of the ball.
Go with Mangum run, give to Villano. They do another reverse to Clark.
Mangum in the shotgun. Tito back there on his left hip. Teton showing blitz. They show blitz, and the play's blown dead. I think there's going to be a flag. Although it was blown dead before really the play started.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't really see anyone jump off my eye.
I thought it was a false start on the Diamondbacks.
False start on the offense. 4th and 5.
Which is interesting that felt like they called a timeout.
Yeah.
And then, because it was a whistle, and then the flag came way after the whistle. So now that backs it up. That makes it a 4th and 6. Diamondbacks still looking to go for it. Mangum. Shotgun, Villano right hip. Just 2 wide receivers. Send Fleischman in the tight end spot. Trying to draw him off sides maybe. It's going to be a pass. Has time. He's going to air it out to Deshaun Clark, and he's got him. Touchdown, Diamondbacks 45-yard pass. Clark with 2 DDs now.
Yeah, what a beautiful pass. Right into the basket. Finds Clark once again.
Deshaun Clark to 2 touchdown passes. That might be on the plays of the week, as we saw at halftime.
Oh, it has to be. That timestamp down.
And that got at about 9:10. I'm writing it down as the Diamondbacks go up 27-9. Extra point is good. So 28-9 on a touchdown on a fourth and 6. What a good play call by Troy Waters. I didn't really want to say he did anything good, but I will. He's a good teacher here at Century. He spent some time in Blackfoot. Now he's handling the offense here for the Diamondbacks, which has been pretty potent over the past 5 games, and looking to be the same for the 6th.
Yeah, already 28 points on the board early here in the 3rd. I'd say he's doing his job well.
And Justice Mangum, that was a nice pass.
It's a beautiful pass.
Deshaun Clark, went down straight and then cut in towards the middle of the field. It was a great throw, great catch. I'll tell you what, Deshaun Clark you have Deshaun Clark has wheels, have Adrian Gonzalez, have Mangum has wheels. They've got a lot of speed, are the Diamondbacks. So we'll see how Teton responds here with 9:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Diamondbacks now kicking left to right, the better way to be kicking right now, right, Logan?
Oh, yeah.
Waiting for the whistle. Carter Ward, lefty. That's going to go, the bobbled, and it's going to be picked up and ran back. Pretty good run after the bobble on the receiving part of it.
Number 16, Brady Shabowski in on the tackle.
Yeah, gets it to the 22.
I believe that was Bradley Brown, number 11 for Teton, who ran that. So Teton will take over on the 22-yard line. 1st down. And Teton's been successful in their last 2 drives. Well, I take that back. We had a field goal, interception, then a touchdown. So 2 out of 3 drives have been scoring for the Timberwolves. I like the Timberwolves logo. They have that wolf with the Teton Mountains, because obviously it's Teton, but the school's right there in Teton. We got another flag.
Offsides on Teton.
Delay of game.
Or delay game.
Delay
wow.
I don't know. I think in 5 or 6 years of broadcasting, I've seen this might be the 2nd delay of game.
Yeah, it's very rare to see it. We don't know what it's getting low.
Because the ref's just looking at the clock, basically, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
they do a 5-second hand count, but
yeah.
I don't ever catch it from up here.
So 1st and 15. Nelson is going to find his receiver. He's got him. High ball. Just past the original line of scrimmage. That's Drew Moss on the reception again. He's a receiver we're gonna have to keep an eye out on, I think, for the East Idaho Prepcast. Me and Joel Richardson do that usually Monday nights. Might have to get Logan on there sometime.
Yeah. Come on.
2nd and 10. He's got the receiver, number 1. Unfortunately, they don't have a number 1 listed.
Well, it's good. At least he's good that he's back in the game. He took a pretty hard hit on the blindside block on defense. Teton's looking to get some tempo here.
8:07. Century just scored. 28-9. Nelson, shotgun. He's got the receiver, almost intercepted. And Brody Jablonski. We got 2 Jablonskis on the team for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, good job there with diving stop, just in and out of his hands. Almost a massive pick, almost somewhat of a game-sealing pick if he gets that. Even though it is that early here in the second half.
4th and 5 here, so Teton will line up in that punt. Almost could be a play. You have to watch out, and they will throw it this time. And it's intercepted by number 45 of the Diamondbacks. He's got some wheels. He'll be tackled. Jablonski with the interception. And disastrous there for Teton.
Yeah, that was not what they wanted. Oh, Brody gets the tip, can't get the pick. Braxton, the next play, gets the pick. Not a single receiver really in the area.
It's a family affair on defense now for the Diamondbacks. This is going to give Diamondbacks great field position. 1st and 10 on the 19. Magnum. Shotgun. Little pass. It's caught up the middle. Stopped just on the 1.
Good tackle there. Save a touchdown.
That's Josiah Davis with his first catch of the night. A good tackle by Teton. Like you said, Logan, saving the touchdown. So 1st and goal on the 4-yard line. 7:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. Essentially looking to strike back quick after just scoring on the opening drive of the 2nd half. On a 4th down, nonetheless. And it's going to be a run up the middle, and then we got a touchdown.
How unselfish from Justice. Gives it to one of his teammates. It's time for a touchdown. Villano's first of the day.
Villano with a 4-yard run. And that's going to put the Diamondbacks up to 34-9. And on IdahoSports.com, you have the game picks. I don't know if you're doing those, Logan.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know how.
Okay, well.
I've never gotten an Idaho Sports account.
Okay, well, we'll get the tech guy. We'll get Joel. We'll get Joel in here to help you out. But last week I won the picks.
Okay.
And there's, you pick every game. There's a ton of games.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's kind of a shot in the dark for me. For some of the northern schools, that's not my cup. I just don't know.
Yeah. My issue is I'm very biased on what teams were good when I was in high school, which I was around.
I sometimes do
2016, 2019 area is usually what I base everything off of.
Yeah, and some of that might work. But I was looking at people's picks, and a lot of people were picking Teton in this game.
I think Century is the most disrespected program team, especially this year. Everyone wants to constantly cast doubt, and at this point, they're setting the bar where, even before the year, if you told people they're going to make the playoffs, they would be like, oh, okay. Now I hear people say, oh, well, they won't make it past the semifinals, and it's like, well, it doesn't really matter if they make it past the semifinals if they can get a couple playoff wins even. It'd be huge for Century, especially with 2 juniors as their star players.
Yeah, and you've not been in the playoffs for a long time. Kind of a squid kick down the middle by Century, and Teton will take over. And yeah, it's great for a program who hasn't been there. Teton always in the playoffs. They're not too far removed from playing their conference rivals, Sugar Salem, in a state championship game just 3 or 4 years ago. So the Teton is a team that is year in, year out, usually in the playoffs. So this is a good test for the Diamondbacks, and right now they're doing a great job.
And there's a very realistic opportunity that Century finishes the year 8-0.
They
still got who? Pocatello and Preston as remaining after this?
Yeah, so they're 5-0. There's got to be one more.
Well, this would be 6.
6. Yep. So just conference games left. Nelson is going to avoid a sack. He's going to run it. He's got a block. That's going to be a block in the back probably, and that will come back. But
he's been so good at avoiding sacks. You have to get taken down for a sack in this game.
yeah, Luke Nelson is very elusive. Now this will come back.
And I also want to say, I think Century's venue is one of the more underrated in all of
With the mountains, right?
Oh, it's unbelievable, yeah. So at least it's the best one to me in Pocatello. I like it more than Lookout, and why can't I think of what Highland Stadium's called, but
Iron Horse.
Iron Horse, that's right.
Iron Horse can have some pretty good views too.
Yeah.
Lookout.
The stands are nice there, beautiful stands.
Yeah, it's
nice press box.
Cool how they did Highlands Stadium with the bleachers into the side of the hill.
Right.
Kind of fun. Lookout kind of in the middle of the city. It's going to be a pass. Number 1 with the reception is going to get past the original line of scrimmage.
But I also love Butte County Stadium out in Arco. They have a beautiful view as well.
Grace has another.
Awesome. I'll be out there with Joel in a couple weeks.
Grace has it's pretty cool out there because it's kind of, you're in the flats. There's nothing there, and then it's mountains.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. Nelson's going to throw. It's going to be behind the receiver. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. And now Teton's pretty much forced the run with 6:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
That's pass, right?
Or pass, yeah, they're forced the pass. They tried to establish kind of a run game at the start, wasn't going anywhere, and now down 35-9. You're pretty much gonna have to start tossing the ball around. 3rd and 7 on the 34. Nelson is going to avoid. He's going to run it himself, right side. And nice little move. He's going to get the first down. Runs into his.
I don't think that was a late hit. That's what they're going to call it here.
And they're going to throw a flag.
And he tripped on himself.
I don't think there was anyone near him but his own teammates.
Yeah, that's a
personal foul on the Diamondbacks. Might have been where we didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, on the far side of the field.
They're going to say late hit, but
if I'm Century's defense, I'd just drop back and only go to coverage at this point. I mean,
and then Nelson can run it though too.
Yeah, just do a little more QB contain. They run a lot of blitzes here, and it's not really working out. Luke Nelson's been very good at avoiding the sack and breaking free.
So 1st and 10 on the 46. Nelson. He's going to roll. He's feeling some pressure. He's going to smartly throw it away.
Well, that is what's working. They need a lot of coverage sacks in terms of getting enough pressure, not seeing anyone open, and him having to throw it away. I've seen that happen a handful of times tonight.
Smart player is Luke Nelson. He'll get rid of the ball. He won't hold on to it. He has pretty much done everything possible not to get sacked tonight.
Yeah.
And he hasn't.
Nope.
And I mean, the score is what it is, but it's definitely a positive thing for Teton. 2nd and 10. It's going to be a run up the middle. That's met immediately by a host of Diamondbacks.
There you go.
$35-9, 5:38 to go. East Idaho game night, IdahoSports.com. 2nd and 9, 1-yard run there for Teton. Step up, Nelson is going to avoid. Duke, he'll get the first down.
A nest. It's a nest of snakes.
A nest of, okay.
Or a pit. Pit or nest.
A pit of snakes. That'll be the thing. You're going to have to look up what the group of all the animals are, of all the mascots.
Yeah. I do soccer. I'm the pride of Angles.
The pride of Angles. First and 10 on the 43, other side of the field now. Nelson, shotgun. He's going to take it himself up the middle again. It's really about the only thing open.
Yeah. It's been a good adjustment by Century here in the second half. They haven't let Moss get any catches here. He had over a handful of catches in the first half. They were able to neutralize him here in the second.
4 yards on that run. Bring up a 2nd and 6 for Teton. 4:34 to go. I've never been to Teton, but I would have to imagine their field is.
Oh yeah.
In the the mountains are amazing there. Nelson, he's got an open receiver. He'll hook. He'll break a tackle. He's moving. Get to the 15-yard line, and that is
Luke Webb with the chase down tackle.
number 1 again. In the shotgun, he's got a receiver up the middle. Nice tackle. Gonna be short of another first down.
It's one of Colt K's first real receptions in this one. I believe it's his second. He's came into this as one of the spotlight players. D-backs have done a good job at neutralizing him in this game.
I think they, Teton have been using Colt K more as a running back, and it's kind of switched that role. And this play is going to be blown up.
Still finds a way to get a couple. Looked like a negative yardage play, but the strength of Nelson, little spin move, gets a couple. I'll say more. Yeah, gets a couple.
2nd and 5 on the 5-yard line. Teton kind of nicely putting a drive together here. Mostly runs, though. We haven't seen the passes from Teton. Nelson has got a man. It bobbles it. Holds on, though. And that's a touchdown to Drew Moss. 5-yard pass.
That was the least celebration I've seen on a touchdown all season. Not a single. Usually when I score a touchdown, you'll see the bench and players with their hands up, but not this time. So they're going to go for 2.
Teton lines up to go for 2. It's basically the same play, and Moss gets it again.
2-point conversion is good.
Just kind of putting Drew Moss on that slant, and it's working.
Right, yeah, Moss hadn't really got the ball at all at the drive. Has getting the last 2 catches to end a 8-point drive, 35-17 now, 3 minutes to go.
On a well-orchestrated drive by Teton, as they started off with a penalty, got pushed back and went about 70 yards for that touchdown to make it 35-17, 3:08 to go, but good drive. So you can see where Teton can do what they can do. And there's a lot more variety. We had kind of some short passes and a lot of Nelson run the ball.
I know it's the 3rd quarter, but I figured they go for an onside kick here, as the way Century's able to put the ball on the ground, they can run a lot of clock. So I'd expect Teton to attempt their first onside kick. Century had a little bit of trouble recovering a couple onside kicks against Idaho Falls High School. Idaho Falls had back-to-back onside kicks before Century got the 3rd one.
Yeah, Century could run the ball, but most of Century's scores have been kind of quick strikes, though.
Yeah.
Teton to kick off. 3 Diamondbacks back to receive.
Deep.
It's going to be fielded on the 20. Head of steam. I believe it's Volano. And it was.
Out to the 35-yard line.
I mean, the only really problem for Teton is they're kicking into the wind here.
Yeah.
So that run back goes all the way to the 35. Century to take over here. 3:01 to go. 3rd quarter. It's not summer anymore.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Logan.
I officially lost feeling in my hands.
Ingham, shotgun. Volano on his right hip. Teton showing a blitz. It's going to be a short pass to Deshaun Clark. He will get tackled out of bounds. 5 yards on that pass. Century has Bruce Givens as their defensive coach. He played at ISU and coached at Century before, and he's kind of come back. A lot of the coaches on like a second stint for the Diamondbacks. Villano up the middle, and he'll get the first down. And Teton's defense has been pretty good against the runs. They just haven't been able to stop the big plays.
Yeah, outside of a couple massive Justice runs for touchdowns, like you said, they've been really well at containing Villano. I mean, they're still running out Will, but they haven't given up the big run to Villano yet.
And that was kind of the key to the games Teton talked about, is not giving up the big plays, which unfortunately they haven't. There we go. As Teton takes down Tito Villano in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, it might be the first negative yard play outside penalties for Century all game.
35-17, 1:46 to go in the third quarter. Century's fine with the time rolling off the clock at this point. Sean Clark closest to us. Century in a 4 wide receiver set. We're 2nd and 1. Mangum. He's going to look. He's going to go to Clark. He's got him, but overthrew him a little too much air under that duck.
Gotta go to the air there on 2nd down. Now bring out 3rd and long. This is a big opportunity here for Teton to get a stop, get the ball back before the third quarter ends.
Yeah, Teton gets the ball back here. Get a quick score, maybe go into the start of the fourth quarter. That score looks a lot different, right?
Yep.
35 into the 20s instead of 35-17, right? I think if you're in the 20s, it just feels a little closer.
Right.
So big 3rd and 11. Diamondbacks on their own 46. Mangum, shotgun. Tito Villano, right hip. 4 wide receivers. Mangum's going to run it himself, and he's going to be stopped. Maybe 2 yards in the carry.
Great stop there by the Teton defense. I'll bring in the punting unit for Century.
Century's first punt of the night. Carter Ward does the punting as well. Talon Latin back there for the extra blocker. Punt is up. Pretty good punt. It's fumbled. And let's see who comes up with it.
I think Teton got it. Oh no, there it is.
Century comes up with the muffed punt. And Jablonski, I believe that's Braxton, comes up with it. And you talked about it, Logan. Teton's had a couple times where they haven't quite got the hands on the ball. And wow.
Oh, right when Teton looked like they had a little bit of life back in this game. Ends up being a 25, 30-yard positive for Century. If we can stop for the first time all night.
I mean, it was a pretty good punt. You had to field it, I think, or it's going to start rolling all the way back to possibly the 10.
Right.
I've noticed on these turf fields the ball rolls a lot more, you know. So Century will take over now after the muff pump. 1st and 10 on the 22. Reverse. Mangum keeps it. Gets a 7-yard run.
We're going to the 4th.
And that will take us to the fourth quarter with your score 35-17 Century ahead. East Idaho game night. We'll take a break with them and come back for the final quarter on IdahoSports.com.
When it's time to get health insurance, Your Health Idaho is the place to go. It's Idaho's health insurance marketplace where you can shop and compare plans from well-known insurance companies and lower your monthly premium with a tax credit you can't get anywhere else. Plus, certified local agents can find you the right plan for free. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. See how much you could save.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night. At the start of the fourth quarter, Century just recovered a fumble off the muff punt. Tito Volano's going to run it, and he's going to be taken back down.
Yeah, Teton's definitely honed in a lot more on the rushing attempts here in the second half.
When it's just like a straight up just run down the numbers play, Teton linebackers have filled the gaps, I think, very efficiently tonight. With those sweeps or those wide runs on quarterback draws, they've had a hard time containing. So this will bring up a 3rd and 3. The 15. Mangum. He's going to fake the handoff. He's got the pass, overthrows the intended receiver, which is Zen Fleshman. Had him open.
Yeah, he had him wide open there.
You're
Too high.
You're going to want that one back.
Now it's 4th down. Do they just go for a field goal here? Or do they go for it?
It looks like they brought in Carter Ward, so I would assume they're kicking. Some personnel, they're going to have to call a timeout, are the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
So, I mean, really about the only mistake for the Diamondbacks tonight.
Yeah, I think I'd go for it. I mean, worst comes to worst, you give Teton the ball at the 18.
Yeah, you've got, let's see, about a 22-yard field goal from this spot. Or actually a little more, right? They're going to kick it back, so like a 30-yard field goal.
Also could be a good opportunity to let Carter Ward get a longer attempt.
Yeah, 11:30 to go. Just started the fourth quarter. Teton muffs a punt. Century covers after Teton had their, first defensive 3 and out of the game.
Yeah.
So the momentum was shifting, and now be interesting to see what Century does. Didn't have the right personnel in. Had forced to take a timeout.
They're going for it.
And they did have Carter Ward out. Now they have Mangum back out there. So now they're going to go for it on 4th and 5. 4th and 5. Mangum in the shotgun. He's going to look to pass. He's going to roll right. Going to try to run it, and
I don't think he got it.
I think he's going to be short. We'll have to see what that marker is. And he doesn't get it.
Wow.
He's about a yard or 2 short. So after the turnover, Century unable to put any points on the board. Now Teton gets the ball back with 11:22 to go. Still plenty of time for Teton. Their last drive was a long touchdown drive. Time a bit of an issue now. It's going to be a little short drop-off pass up the middle to Drew Moss. Anything up the middle is Moss's domain.
Right. That is the issue with Tetons. They've only been really able to get the ball pass up the middle, and that's going to keep the clock rolling. They've had issues throwing it to the corners, to the sideline, I should say.
It's mostly slants to the middle of the field. And then Century's containing that, right? I think they're okay with giving up a few yards, just not the big play. 2nd and 1, 9-yard pass there, Nelson, shotgun. Looked at his short man, he's gonna be sacked. And penalty flag. Harris on the sack for the Diamondbacks. First sack of the game.
Yeah, took a long time. We finally got there.
And it's going to be a penalty on. I'm going to
like holding.
Yeah, hold on Teton as well.
Holding on the offense.
So it's kind of one of those, where was he sacked? You decline it, and then it's, you know, third down.
Right.
Or do you replay it? Yeah, that's declined. So yeah, for once I was right. It's one of those, you just decline it, so it's 3rd and 10 again now. It was, you know, it was 2nd and 1. So lose the down, take the sack. Nelson shotgun, looks right. He's got a receiver trying to jump the route. It's Talon Latin.
Talon Latin's had an impressive day on defense today. Has an interception, almost tried to get a second one right there. Nice job to swat it away.
Talon Latin has been all over the place. Like you said, 1 interception. Probably 4 to 5 knockdowns, I feel like.
Yep.
So 4th and 7. This is a huge 4th down for Teton. He's got his receiver, doesn't hold on to it though.
Great job there by Century. Force a 4 and out.
So basically Century's going back to where they just were.
Yep, literally exactly where they were.
Teton had the receiver open.
Just a little low.
Just a little low. It would have been a first down. I like it when you throw it past the first down marker on those plays too. I mean, that's so important. With 14 to go, Century will take back over. Mangum in the backfield, shotgun. Volano on his right hip. He's going to hand off to Volano. He's got room. He's going to go for a touchdown. Nice moves.
His second of the day.
Tito Volano with a 10-yard running touchdown for his second touchdown.
That'll put this one out of reach.
Yeah, with 10:07 left to go, it's 41-17 pending the extra point. Yeah. Teton had that momentum, and they were so close until that muffed punt. It's good. It's going to bring it to 42-17. And you picked up on this earlier. Now Century doesn't have like a huge bench either, but Teton, I think, has like 6 extra players over there.
Yeah, they don't have.
That's it.
Too much depth, and one of those is a 9th grade kicker. So it's yeah, I mean they're gonna get worn down, especially with a rushing attack like Century's had. And they put up some good fight in the late in the 3rd quarter, but Century able to break through here early in the 4th. Again.
Century will come out to kicking. I mean, the wind's down died a little bit, but I don't think I don't think the temperatures went up.
No, not at all. 54 degrees now.
This has got to be one of the colder nights in like a month.
Yeah, I got to work at 4 a.m. and it's been you know, the high 40s, low 50s. I'll wear like a hoodie and pants to work, and then I'll change into a shirt eventually when I have to drive home. You know, the time of the year you have the defrost on your way to work, and then you have the AC on the way back.
It's the best time of the year. I like it when it's cold at night and warm during the day.
I enjoy the cold when I'm prepared for it.
Century to kick off. Good kick will be fielded about the 10, muffed again, but picked back up by Teton's number 5. That's Jordan Dean.
Well, I know what Teton's going to be working on at practice.
Yeah, they've had a few of those where they just haven't kept it in the breadbasket.
Yeah, and Carter Ward kind of has an interesting ball. Like it almost is like somewhat of a knuckleball. It like doesn't really rotate as much, and it's kind of looks like a little more deceiving to catch than it really should be.
It's got some spin on it. As a tennis coach, Logan.
Yeah.
You know, you can get some different spins on the serve.
Yeah.
And he's kind of got some different spin on that ball. It's not like a spiral. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but it does kind of knuckle around. Teton will take over here on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. The 4 wide receiver set, Nelson. Looks to air it out, pulls it back, runs it himself. And Nelson's got to be close to like 100 yards rushing too.
I bet he probably has 100 yards rushing, 100 yards passing. It's been an incredible game for him despite being down 4 scores.
He's had a run in himself. He's had a touchdown pass. He's had a really good game. He just barely took the first sack, and the way it was going in the first half, you would think Century would have 4 or 5 sacks, but no, Nelson was a big part of why they don't. 2nd and 2. Pass it out to the flat. That's dropped by Jordan Dean.
I think passing, rushing, I think he has about all but 5 yards, I'd say, for Teton today.
Yeah, I mean, because the first quarter, Teton tried to run it, it went backwards.
Yeah.
And now it's mostly been on the legs of Nelson, either his legs or his arm. 3rd and 2. It's a direct snap to the running back, and it'll be close. Looked like it. Jordan Dean was the running back. It was a direct snap. They pulled Nelson out and pulled him back in, but he does get the first down. 9:05. Gonna have to start crunching the numbers to see who that IdahoSports.com player of the game will be. It's going to be a run up the middle now by Teton.
There you go.
Really good run. It's going to be a 1st down and more.
It's the most non-positive non-Nelson play all day.
Oh, yeah.
Colt K. Nice carry.
Colt K. There's going to be a flag. And I saw Adrian Moulton of Teton really upset about something. We'll see what the call is. And here it comes.
Oh, face mask.
Face mask on the Diamondbacks, and I'll give them a 1st down. And the sticks aren't set, but it's 1st and 10. Another run up the middle.
There's a run game going.
And unfortunately for Teton, the run's working now, but it's eating up the time, right?
Right. Yeah.
42-17, you really just want to get close enough and probably start taking shots.
Yep.
2nd and 2. Teton on the 33-yard line. Going to air it out. He's got their intended receiver, and it's going to be pass interference.
Yeah.
There were both players were grabbing at each other. The Century fans think it was offensive.
Yeah, defense will always get the benefit of the doubt on that. Or, I mean, offense will always get the benefit of the doubt on it.
It's one of those where it almost could be a no call when both are hand fighting, but nonetheless, and it was the middle judge, not the side judge, so He's got a different angle than us. We'll give Teton another first down on the just past the 20-yard line. Nelson is going to look. Pressure coming. Voids it. Gets the pass. Touchdown. Is that Moss again?
It looked like number 1 to catch. Yep.
For a 20-yard touchdown. So just like that, Teton makes it 42-23. Teton will go for 2, right? Obviously. 7:41 to go. Century kind of went for broke with that blitz. There'll be a run. And Century will stop the 2-point conversion. So we'll stay 42-23.
Now we'll get some onside kicks.
Logan's been hoping for this onside kick since the start of the third quarter, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big onside kick truther. Hey, we got a big sports weekend coming up. We got Friday Night Lights tonight. Tomorrow, a couple big Idaho games. Idaho State taking on Montana at home. Then Boise State heading to South Bend to take on Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't know if it's next year or what. Notre Dame will eventually come to play at Boise State, I think.
No, unfortunately, they're not.
They're not now? Oh, okay.
I wish.
I thought someone was telling me they were.
No, it's
bummer.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I would definitely go to that game.
Yeah. And Idaho State Montana should be good. I think it's very kind of a toss-up on who's going to start at QB for Idaho State. Jordan Cook, who's the incumbent starter coming in this year, and then Davis Harson, Eagle High preps player, and then also son of Brian Harson, former Boise State coach and offensive coordinator through 3 of the Fiesta Bowls. It's a battle for who will get the start tomorrow. I don't believe they have named a starter. So that'll be an interesting
That's interesting
game.
this far into the week, right?
Yeah. And I think, personally, I think Harson's been a little bit better at second read, but Jordan Cook's arm talent and size is just unbelievable. And he's a little more of a veteran, where Davis Harson, redshirt freshman. Then also after that, 4 MLB playoff games. Big sports weekend.
It's getting that time of the year where your weekends are filled.
Right.
Teton to kick off. 7:41 to go. Little life. And there's kind of a pooch onside kick. Smartly just brings it down a Century, not try to do anything. And I believe that's Carter Ward. Carter Ward's done a little bit of everything tonight, too.
Yeah, he's kind of just a Swiss Army knife of a player for Century. Kicker, punter, great on defense, hands team. He's a good guy you want to have on your team.
And he's not a tall fellow, but he also plays basketball. He's kind of fun to watch play basketball. Just a high motor, just kind of going for it kind of guy. Century will line up now. It'll just be a handoff. Trying to stay in bounds. That's Lincoln Echo Hawk.
There's a flag. Looks to be in the defensive backfield.
Lincoln Echo Hawk, only a junior too, and you can see he's kind of got that speed. He kind of got that thunder and lightning between Tito Villano and Lincoln Echo Hawk. Flag is going to be. It just seems like there's always been there's like a really long delay between what they're going to officially call it, and so they'll have a little discussion. And they'll be on the Diamondbacks. I'm not aware of what that call is.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but they'll move them back.
It's a good time to. Here we go. So start back up. So it's 1st and 20. It was a 10-yard penalty.
What's happening now? We're moving it back more?
Now we're going back farther. Some of our power boosters for Teton. We have Tony Wade, Farmers Insurance, the Roof Resource. And here we go back in action. It's going to be a designed run. And get 3 or 4 yards.
Mangum keeps it.
Mangum. Century's Power Boosters, MVP Rentals, Java Express, Mountain View Event Center, Teton Auto Group, Liberty Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Power Boosters, a great opportunity. Puts it on the web page when anyone goes to click on the team on IdahoSports.com. Power Boosters listed for thousands of people to see. Great way to support your team. Always on IdahoSports.com. So again, thanks to our Power Boosters for both teams. And we've got another whistle.
Timeout.
Timeout, Century.
Now Century will burn their first timeout.
Probably get some Java Express tomorrow.
Java Express.
For my big day of sitting on the couch watching football. Might go to the ISU game.
Well, there we go.
It's a 6 p.m. start.
Are you interested in joining the team here at IdahoSports.com? Join me and Logan. We're always on the lookout for talented people that want to get involved in what we do. Salespeople, producers, camera operators, writers, photographers, even broadcasters. Email editor@IdahoSports.com to find out more. Now, Logan, I don't know if you knew this. I've written a few articles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
You're a
I mean
big
they were tennis related. Am I a writer? No. Is my knowledge base good? Maybe.
There you go.
So yeah, a lot of good articles. They got volleyball, golf districts. Just a lot of district golf finished up this past Monday or Thursday. They do golf on Mondays.
Huh.
So finally, after all that, 2nd and 25. Nowhere to go. It's going to throw it away and almost intercepted. Kind of a push off there.
Surprised there wasn't a call.
Pass is incomplete.
Could have easily been a pass interference call.
Yeah, there was a big push. The intended receiver was Tristan O'Keefe of Century. So it's going to be 3rd and 25 from the 16. 6:05 to go. And which is a game that's kind of slow to a crawl here.
Yeah, 4th quarter's been our longest quarter, despite kind of being out of hand. I figured Century's going to run the ball out.
Yeah, and you're going to think back, if Teton doesn't muff that punt and gets the ball back and scores, what could have been.
Right.
Still time, though, 6:05. Stranger things have happened. A couple weeks ago, Hillcrest Skyline, it was 25-0, and the game ended 25-19. Century's just going to hand it off here. We'll go for a few yards, and they'll look to punt. And you have to think, too, this is kind of uncharted territory for Century, too. I don't think that the last couple years they spent many games ahead, right?
Right, yeah.
And so now you kind of saw that in some of the games. The scores have been a little closer than maybe they should have been, because they haven't been in that position too many times where you're ahead by a lot and you still got to finish the game out. Carter Ward almost in the end zone to punt this. Pretty good punt. And it's going to take a Teton bounce.
Nice Teton bounce.
Right around the 35-yard line. So Teton will take back over with 5:09. Now Teton's last drive was a lot of runs.
Yeah, expect a couple deep shots here, may as well. 5:19, down, still 3 scores.
Teton's they've got to look to score quickly. And then possibly the onside kick you're asking for. So Nelson in the shotgun. He's going to go down the middle again. That ball's tipped. And That was close.
Yeah.
Deshaun Clark in on the coverage there. And it's been Teton's most successful play. The receiver goes out, cuts into the middle, like a delayed slant is what I would call it. And it's been there, but just not enough times.
Yeah, and Century's been playing good defense. Good coverage there by Deshaun Clark. Gets tip on it.
So 2nd and 10. Nelson shotgun. He's got time. He's looking for Moss, Drew Moss. Maybe would have gotten a couple, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And if you're Century, I mean, you're just, whatever you do, don't let Drew Moss get the ball.
Yeah, right.
I mean, at this point.
He's been torching him today.
So quickly, it's only 5:08 left, so just not very much time off the clock. It's 3rd and 10 for Teton. 4 down territory, got to be here.
Yep.
And the shotgun, Nelson's going to look down the middle. That slant again, it's caught. And it'll be a touchdown, Teton.
Touchdown, Timberwolves.
Made that one look easy again.
Yeah.
Number 1 at this second receiving touchdown.
45-yard touchdown pass. And that's going to bring the score to 42-29. Teton will go for 2. And no good.
And Teton still has all 3 timeouts. So they can get a technical 3 and out. They really want to do that.
Hey,
as
I mean,
well.
that's what Teton needed was a quick score. It was one play, and then the second play, or 2 plays, and then the third play on 3rd down was a touchdown. So, I mean, that you couldn't ask for much more.
Yeah, so 42-29, 5 minutes. See the onside again.
He's calling for it now.
Cannot wait. And then if they get it, it starts getting real interesting again.
Yeah, well, you know, Century turned it over on 4th down. Then they got the ball back after Teton turned it over on downs, and then scored a touchdown run. Then Century had 3 and out. So, I mean, Teton's been kind of more in control in this 4th quarter. And Luke Nelson, you know, has accounted for all the touchdowns.
He's been terrific.
So 5 minutes. You know, Century could potentially just, you know, run the ball out here. And there's the onside kick, and it's going to be picked up and dropped down on nicely. Teton did try that, like, kind of squid onside kick, the little deep one.
That one was a little better.
This is a little more traditional.
First down, Century.
So Century will have good field position, take over here. Homecoming night. Dances tomorrow.
You chaperoning?
I know. I think I got talked into it like once when I first started teaching. And it's a young man's game, Logan. It's a young man's game. No, I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. Usually hosted at Century. We have a good commons area that works out really good as a venue. So Century will line up here. Hopefully a quick pass. It's caught, makes a man miss. It'll be enough for a first down and stays in bounds.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking to see him do a pass there. Obviously out in the flats.
And that was
Works out.
Deshaun Clark on the catch, who's been active as well. So good first down. Time rolling. Century burning all the clock they can. It's going to be a run up the middle. We'll get 2 yards on the run there. That's Tito Villano.
Timeout, Teton.
Teton will now start burning the timeouts. Which they have to. I mean, I'm thinking, fortunately for Teton, there's just not enough time.
Yeah.
They get that onside kick, scored, and then you're talking. But Century on the other half of the field now. They'll take a timeout. We'll take it with you. It's East Idaho game night. Century's ahead 42-29. IdahoSports.com.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Welcome back to East Idaho game night. 2nd and 7 for Century. Right past that 45 line. It's going to be another pass. It's caught by Zen Fleshman. It'll be another first down. And that was a similar play that could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
When they turned it over on downs.
Oh, Fleshman finally gets a touch in this one. Second target.
He does a lot of blocking.
Yeah.
Thus, right?
Yeah.
Justice, Tito, all can run. When you have Zen Fleshman in front of you, he's a big guy. He's got to be like 6'4", 2 something.
Yeah.
And now Teton is going to get called for encroachment. So I'll move the Diamondbacks up 5 yards.
5 yards.
And you know, everyone's been running the stats like how long it's been since Century's went 0-0. As we have a Villano run up the middle, he'll get the first down, break a couple tackles, and then go sideways. But you know, a good stat to be like, when's the last time Century scored 50 points?
Right. Yeah.
I'll bring up another Century first down, now in the red zone. I think Teton willing to let the clock run now.
Yeah. I mean, they'd like to not let them score here. It'll make the score look a lot closer than this game's kind of been.
Because now not using their timeouts with 2:58 to go. Magnum in the shotgun. Be a handoff to Villano. Villano's going to cut, dive. Touchdown. 10-yard touchdown for Tito Villano. Now he has 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a real debate for who wins player of the game now. Justice, 2 passing, 2 rushing. Villano, 3 rushing.
Man, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to go to the judges. Central line up for the extra point.
They're calling delay a game. Why are we calling delay a game? Or are they calling timeout?
Are they calling it a timeout?
Timeout, Century.
Okay. No, Century calls the
timeout.
timeout.
Game, it looked like.
The way the ref was pointing, I felt like he was calling, like Teton called a timeout.
Yeah. Maybe they heard you. They're like, when was the last time we scored 50?
Maybe. Well, and I think from what I understand, the max points of beating a team is like 21.
Okay.
Like after 21, it doesn't make a difference. I believe. Don't quote me on that. Max Preps is a riddle that no one has solved. I mean, I take that back. I'm glad that there's at least some sort of ranking system and it's not arbitrary spots in a bracket.
Yeah.
And if we go back and look at it, usually the 1s and 2s are in that state championship game. So, you know, it's just when you get into those lower parts, I think that sometimes, like you said, maybe a head-to-head or. And now Century's going to go for 2 after the timeout. Under center this time. It's going to be a quick pass to Villano, and no good, just short. So, just short there. Interesting play.
Yeah. I found Villano on the flats and kind of got something right at the line, just short.
I always find those plays hard where they run out wide and then run straight back sideways, right? Not north to south, and then to try to get your momentum in such a short distance is, I mean, I'm no spring chicken, but I still feel like it would be difficult.
Right.
So, 2-point conversion, no good. 48-29, 2:46 left to go. Teton will get the ball back. Take one more crack at it. I'm sure Teton, like you said, would love to have one more score just to even out that scoreboard a little bit.
Right.
For Century, you kind of think we got to finish out games, right? Maybe clean it up a little bit in the end of games. For Teton, just, you know, you've played good. It's going to be fielded and muffed again by Teton, and he'll come out of it, and there'll be a flag. Ben Clifford on the tackle. Bringing it out is Jordan Dean for Teton, and we have a flag. And it's going to be on the offense.
Dang.
On Teton. I think it was a block in the back.
Yeah.
And Teton's had a couple of those.
Yeah.
So that'll be Teton. Some of the penalties have hurt them, especially in the first quarter where the drives that got stalled out. They had some penalties, some holding. You know, this late in the season, you'd love to play a game with no penalties, right? But I mean, that's unrealistic.
Yeah, last week at Declo Westside, there's one combined penalty in that entire game.
And it's probably on Declo.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. Good defense there by the Diamondbacks to break up that. That's number 14. Cutter Schley.
2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10. Yeah, Westside maybe one of the most disciplined teams I've probably ever watched.
Yeah, they play just smash. You know what they're going to run. They're just gonna
Wing
run right
tee.
in the middle, yep.
Wing tee. And
they're so good at hiding the ball.
It can put you to sleep.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 on the 7. Nelson in the shotgun. He's going to hit his man in the flat and just drops it. And that's Jordan Dean.
He's had a couple drops now in this one.
Yeah, they've had that out in the flat, open with some space, and unable to bring it in. Or is that Colton K?
It looked like Dean.
It was Dean on that one. Teton, definitely some really good skilled players. Offensive line, you know, only giving up 1 sack the way the games went tonight, I would call that a win. Nelson looking to pass, close to going down for a safety. Dips, dodges out of a bunch, gets the pass off, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
With the immediate tackle.
To number 1 of Teton.
And number 1's had some good catches here in the second half. 2 touchdowns, gets a catch there.
First and 10. 2:10 to go. Nelson shotgun. He's looking. He has time. He's got the play up the middle. And nice tackle.
They're going to call a late hit there on
Jablonski. On the catch, Gideon Taylor for Teton. Jablonski, another monstrous hit. Late hit called.
Yeah, it was on Braxton Burrows. He took down the offensive lineman and then ran at the quarterback and nailed the quarterback out slightly after he released it.
Only half of Teton's team is up at the line. That was interesting.
Yeah,
the offensive line was set, but all the skilled players or receivers, running backs were not up at the line. And now we should be set to go here. Nelson voids another tackle, gets the pass to Drew Moss. Moss will go out of bounds. Luke Webb on the tackle for the Diamondbacks. 119. Nelson the shotgun. He's got his receiver in the middle. He'll be caught near another first down. 1 minute left to go in this game.
Along with Cursley on the tackle.
Teton did not go away in this game, though. I can tell you that much. Put up a fight. Nelson the shotgun. Voids one sack, voids another. He'll run it himself and go out of bounds with 42 seconds.
Yeah, large part due to Luke Nelson. He's been keeping him in this game. Stayed composed throughout it. Has 2 interceptions, but you know it happens when you're throwing the ball 50+ times, or at least attempting to throw it. He's taken off and ran a lot of those times. A lot of those aren't designed runs.
Yeah, he's had a lot of throws, right, though. I mean, the volume of throws for Luke Nelson is much higher than a typical high school game, I would say.
Definitely.
First and 10. Nelson looks at Moss. He's going to go down the middle and blown up. Carter Ward blows up the play. The intended receiver is Colt K. And Century's defense, where they've given up some points here late, has been pretty potent.
Yeah, it really has. They've been able to knock quite a few passes out of the hands of what it looked like to be sure catches.
30 seconds to go. Another dropped pass. That's just the case where the receiver looks in front of them instead of catching the ball.
Yep.
3rd and 10, 30 seconds to go. Nelson shotgun. Close to holding. He's going to get it off and almost got.
Pass is incomplete.
Stop the clock with 23 seconds, 4th down. And which will probably be close to the last play of the game, Logan.
Yeah, 4th and 10. See if they can punch one more in here. If not, Century will just take a knee and call it a game.
4th and 10. Shotgun Nelson is going to look, and it's picked off by Century. He's going 50, 40, tackled. And Adrian Gonzalez with another Century interception. I think it was a case of just too many balls down the middle.
Yep. The third pick of the day there by Luke Nelson.
Yeah, I mean, Teton's asking a lot of Luke Nelson, right?
Yep.
I mean, he's running it, he's throwing it, he's playing safety. Had to try to make something happen there. Unfortunate, Adrian Gonzalez with a nice interception. Century will come out with 13 seconds. Take a couple knees. One knee, and that'll be it. That'll be the ball game. It'll be 48-29. Century wins on homecoming night. They'll move to 6-0. An improbable 6-0.
I'll think to them. I think to them this is exactly what they expected.
Teton will move to 2-4. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the IdahoSports.com player of the game, and you're watching East Idaho Game Night, IdahoSports.com.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Welcome back to East Idaho Game Night as Century defeats Teton 48-29. Well, it was all Century to start the game. A lot of Justice Mangum on his legs and passing. And then the second half, we had a little more Tito Villano run game. Century defense coming up with 3 interceptions, some fourth down stops. But, Teton, slowly crept back in around that third quarter. But too many mistakes, 3 interceptions, muffed punts, couldn't really get it going where they didn't have turnovers or something go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the highest scoring games I've called in a long time. But yeah, Century had command of the game the entire time. Teton did make it a little bit interesting at certain times due to the dual threat and Luke Nelson. Moss, unbelievable first half catching. Century made a good adjustment on him, though. He only had 1 reception in the second half. He also had the 2-point conversion. But overall, a great game for Century. 6-0. There is 2 games away now. There are Preston and a Pocatello win away from going 8-0 for the first time, and we'll figure it out when I do another Century game.
Yeah, it's all that's left for Century is 2 conference games. I believe it's probably pretty similar for Teton. They're going to go on to play Sugar and Fremont. So, like I said, if the playoffs started today, Teton would be the 5th seed in the first round of the 4A bracket playing Bonners Ferry, and then Century would be the 8th seed playing 9th seed Sandpoint, which would be a home game if it started this week, right? That's saying if Century wins the conference. If Century doesn't win the conference, they would come in really low because of that max prep ranking. So both teams a lot to play for, and really, only thing we've got left is that IdahoSports.com player of the game. Who we going with, Logan?
Gotta go with Tito Villano. He had 3 rushing touchdowns in the second half, really iced the game for the Diamondbacks, and he's my ITD player of the game.
Yeah, so today's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you always to keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or the road. Be in the moment and free from distractions. So congratulations again to Tito Villano as our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of East Idaho Game Night. Coverage of IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal Idaho Savings Program, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Special thanks to Athletic Director Mark Pixon and everyone here at Century for their hospitality and helping us getting the game to you. Again, congratulations again to the IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Tito Villano, 3 rushing touchdowns. Thanks again for joining us as Century defeats Teton 48-29. From a broadcast partner, Logan Kelsel, and everyone behind the scenes at IdahoSports.com, I'm Sean Kane. Good night.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com.